going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make the Liors granny square. I made a previous granny square for my daughter and I named it Lily Pad, a granny square. And my son, of course, your kids, it's not fair. So I told him I'd design one for him too. So I came up with this for him. And this is what it looks like. It's got a lot of ridges on it. This is what it looks like in green, and I did a white one, and this is what it looks like in variegated. Kind of looks like a sun in the middle. It's really cool. A sun for my son. And anyway, I thought about if I was going to make an Afghan, I would probably make the center one a certain color and then the next one another color, and you see how it like spreads out like that. It would look really awesome, and it's so textured. As you can see by this, very textured. So to make this, you can use any size yarn and then use the correct hook for that yarn, because every yarn will recommend a size. Or you could use what I used, which was a 5mm hook, or a size H hook for the US. And this is warshed weight yarn, which is 4-ply for the US and 10-ply for Australia. Just gonna move these out of the way. And for this tutorial, I'm going to be using the sticker yarn so that you can see the stitches a lot easier. But I'm going to be continuing to use my 5mm hook. So go ahead and grab your yarn and your size hook you need, and let's get started. Okay. To begin, you want to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you want to go into that beginning chain to form a ring. And then you want to, for round 1, you want to chain 2, 1, 2, and this chain 2 will count as a stitch. And then working in the ring, you want to put 15 double crochets worked into that center ring. So continue to work your 15 double crochets. Remember, the chain 2 does count as a stitch, so at the end of this round you should have 16 stitches. At the end of round 1, make sure you count all your stitches, that you have 15 double crochets plus the chain 2 at the beginning. It gives you 16 stitches. So when you get that done, slip stitch in the beginning stitch. Then for round 2, you want to chain 2, and then on this chain 2 from round 1, you want to do a front post double crochet. So grab up that chain 2 and do a front post double crochet. Then the next stitch, you want to put a double crochet, and then you want to grab the post just below. So you double crochet on the double crochet from last round, then you're going to work on that same stitch on the post. You're going to work a front post double crochet. This is how you're doubling your stitches, because you work a double crochet and then a front post all in the same stitch, and you get 2 stitches. So that's how we're going to increase this round. So double crochet in the next stitch, and then grab up that stitch and do a front post double crochet. Continue this all the way around, and at the end of this row you should have 32 stitches. Okay, when you get done, you want to slip stitch this round into the top of the chain 2, the beginning chain 2. Then for round 3, you're going to chain 2, and you're going to double crochet right back into that same stitch on the top of the chain 2 from last round. Now you want to front post double crochet onto this front post double crochet just to the left here, or to the right, depending on which way you're crocheting. And then you'll repeat that for the rest of the run. You're going to be putting 2 double crochets worked in the same stitch, and then you're going to grab up that front post double crochet, and you're going to work a front post double crochet onto that stitch. Then in the next double crochet, you're going to put 2 double crochets worked into that stitch, and then you're going to grab up the next front post double crochet and work a front post double crochet onto that one. You want to repeat this for the rest of the round. 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet worked on the front post double crochet from last round. Continue this all the way to the end, and you should have 48 stitches. Okay, when you're finished with round 3, you want to slip stitch in this beginning chain 2, and then chain 2, and then this first front post double crochet here, you want to grab that up and do a front post double crochet there. Then you're going to double crochet in this double crochet, and then you'll work your front post double crochet on here. Then the next, your last round, you were doing 2 double crochets worked in the same stitch and then a front post double crochet. We're going to be skipping the first double crochet and only double crocheting the second one, the one that's nearest the front post double crochet. So we're going to work our double crochet here, and then our front post double crochet. Then skip a stitch, and then the next stitch put 1 double crochet, and then a front post double crochet until you have 3 sections, which is, I call the sections what's in between the 2 front posts. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're ready for our corner, and we're going to be using the same stitch that we just were. So you're going to skip this first one, and in the next one you're going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to chain 1 and work 3 double crochets in the same stitch, and this will create our corner. So 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and then you're going to work your front post double crochet as normal. And then you'll do that again, skip the next stitch, and then the following one put a double crochet, and then work a front post double crochet. Skip a stitch, and then the next do a double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. Then that's 2 sections, so one more time, skip a stitch, and then put a double crochet, and then work a front post double crochet. And this should give you your 3 sections, 1, 2, 3. And then again, skip a stitch, and in the next stitch you'll want to work 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. So you got your 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and then you'll work a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. Then we're going to repeat our next side section. So you're starting to get square. Going to skip the next stitch, and in the following stitch you're going to put a double crochet. Then you'll work your front post double crochet, and you'll repeat that 2 more times. Skip the next stitch, put a double crochet, and then work a front post double crochet. So that's twice, so we need to do that 1 more time. You do that 3 times before you get to the corner. So skip a stitch, and in the next work a double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. And again, this is your corner here, and you have your 3 sections, 1, 2, 3. So now we have to start on our next corner here. So again, skip this stitch, and in the next stitch you want to work 3 double crochets. That's 2, 3. Chain 1, and then work in that same stitch 3 more double crochets. And then again, we're done with our corner. Then you want to grab up that front post again, just like that. Now we're going to finish our last 1, 2, 3 sections, and then this part here will be our corner. So again, you want to skip this next stitch, and then the following stitch you want to work 1 double crochet. Then you want to work on the front post, then skip a stitch, and in the next do a double crochet. Then you'll do a front post double crochet. That's 2 sections. Skip a stitch, double crochet in the next, then a front post double crochet, which gives us our 3 sections, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be our last corner. So you'll skip a stitch like before, and in the next you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets to make our corner. Chain 1, and then 3 double crochets. And then this time you don't want to slip stitch in the chain, but on this front post double crochet. You want to find the top of this front post double crochet and slip stitch. And that's the end of round 4. So for round 5, you want to begin again by chaining 2. So chain 2, and then you want to front post double crochet onto this first front post double crochet. And then now you only have a double crochet, front post double crochet. So you're going to be doing a double crochet, then a front post double crochet, then double crochet, and a front post double crochet. You need to do this 4 times. So this is your 3rd time. Double crochet, front post double crochet. Your 4th time will be worked on this corner. So you're actually going to double crochet on this first double crochet. Then you're going to front post double crochet in the middle one. And you're going to just skip this last one. And you're going to be working in this center hole. And you're going to repeat exactly the corner that you did last round, which is 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and then 3 double crochets. And then you'll repeat on this side of the corner exactly what you did on the other side. So the very first stitch here you're going to skip, and you're going to work a double crochet, I'm not double crochet, but a front post double crochet in the middle of these 3. And then the next stitch here will be a double crochet, and then you'll be right on track again with your front post double crochet. And then you'll do again double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, which will bring you back to your corner again. You'll double crochet in the very first double crochet. You will front post double crochet in the center one. Then you'll skip this last one and work your corner of 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So this part is very easy. It's just double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet. You have so far 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. You're about to make your 5th space, which is these last 3 of this corner here. Going to be double crochet, front post in the center one, and then you'll work your corner. So each side should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little sections in the middle. And you work your corner the same. 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets on this side. And then you repeat the same thing on this corner. Skip the first one, and in the middle you'll do a front post double crochet, and then in the next one here you'll do a double crochet, and then you're back on track again with your front post double crochets, double crochet 1, front post double crochet 1, and you'll repeat this for the rest of the round, and I'll show you how to finish up the end here. Round 5 here, I just did my corner, and you want to skip the next stitch like you were before, and front post in the center stitch, and then double crochet in this last stitch. Then you want to front post, you want to slip stitch in the beginning front post, not the chain. Now about this size is almost 6 inches. So if you're making squares that are 6 inches and you're trying to sew them all together, like if you want to make a mixed blanket with all these different kinds of grannies that are 6 inch, then I would stop here, because this can easily, this is almost 6 inches, and if you were sewing it next to another 6 inch, it would be nothing to, when it laid flat, it would be 6 inches. But I really like this granny square, so I'm gonna go ahead and make one more round, and I wouldn't recommend making much more of a round other than 6. You may be able to get away with maybe 7 rounds, but the pull on these center sections will make the square not be so square. It'll start to turn more into a star. And if that's what you're after, then go for it. It also has a very interesting back. See, it kind of looks like a fan. Gets separated here and here. Has kind of a puff on the back, which is nice. But if you wanted to make a granny blanket just out of these squares, then I definitely recommend go ahead and do one more row. And the next row is done exactly like the last one, except you're going to just have one more section of each before you get to the corner. So if you want to make it one more round, and all these here that I showed you, these are all 6 rounds. And at the end of the 6th round, it measures about 8.5 inches, 22 centimeters. So chain 2, then front post double crochet around the first front post, and then you'll do exactly like you did last round, which is double crochet in the double crochet and front post double crochet, then do a double crochet and then a front post double crochet, then double crochet, front post. I'm just trying to get to the end here so I can count how many sections you have before the end here. Okay, those are the solid ones we have. So for the very first round, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections before we start our very first corner. So we're going to double crochet in the very first stitch. Again, you're going to grab up that middle again and do a front post double crochet, and you're going to skip the last stitch as you did before, and you're going to work your corner as normal with 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets. And when I was talking about continuing this pattern, I continued it a few more rounds, doing the same thing. You're always bringing it right to the corner, and then basically getting this corner as part of your granny square by double crocheting in the first, front post double crochet in the second, skipping the last, and then working your new corner here. So if you want to continue a few more rounds just to see. So you skip this first one, double crochet in the next, then you'll double crochet in the next stitch, then front post double crochet. So you're going to continue this corner just like you did before, all the way around. At the end of this round, you should have 8 sections in between each corner to corner. You should have 8 sections when you've completed this last round. And then at the very end, you'll do like you did in the previous round. You will skip the chain 2 and slip stitch in the beginning front post double crochet to end the round. Then chain 1 and cut your yarn, and then you'll have your granny square done. And I really think it would be neat if you changed colors every round, and you can make a really beautiful one. Make a sun for your son. My son really liked his granny square, and I hope that you do too. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like my video, and also you can like me on my business page on Facebook. And I also share other patterns there as well, so you can find other free patterns. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please take a moment to do that. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for all of your support and continuing to watch my videos. Thank you so much for watching.